Hello everyone, welcome back. Today I want to talk about the Tavistock Gender Identity Clinic in the UK. I received this email from Dr. Karis Mosley, and I want to talk about the Care Quality Commission that just released their report on the Tavistock Clinic. So this is what they say. They rated the Tavistock Gender Identity Clinic for Children and Adolescents as inadequate. This is one of the leading psychological clinics in the world, one of the leading ones, and their staff has always been top-notch, but now the Gender Identity Clinic has been rated inadequate. Listen to why. They rated it this way for responding to people's needs. So here, this clinic was rated inadequate at responding to people's needs. Wow, this is huge. This is a medical clinic. What else? There was no written consent given for puberty blockers. Staff had not consistently reported the competency, capacity, and consent of patients referred to the medical treatment before January 2020. So there was no adequate reporting. They did not develop care plans for young people. What therapist doesn't develop some kind of care plan? This is incredible. They didn't have aftercare plan, or they didn't take into account the autism spectrum disorders. This is by the Care Quality Commission. That's what they're saying. That's not what I'm saying. The records of clinical sessions did not include any structured plans for further action. So we just give them the medication and we send them out. How is that taking the client's best interest into view? You know, being kind is not the same thing as meeting patients' need. In fact, telling the truth is being kind. We don't do a lot of that these days in some of these areas, particularly when there's gender activists out there. So the staff's assessment of patients were unstructured, inconsistent, and poorly recorded. Poorly recorded. These are individuals who have gone to school for 8 to 10 to 12 years and they can't record the sessions properly? What is going on? And furthermore, there's no clearly defined assessment process. So there were no standard questions for staff to explore with young people at each session. This is a huge clinic. In fact, 35 of their therapists resigned over the last couple years because of these very things. So you can tell that this clinic is in trouble. But I wouldn't doubt that every clinic in Canada is doing the same thing. I can't say for sure, but this is very, very revealing. None of the records included a clear statement of what the service was even assessing. Goes on. This level of organization actually points to a deeper problem, and that is that of transgender activism. Because the staff so feared retribution that those who did leave did so anonymously. Those who were whistleblowers wouldn't give their names because they knew they'd never get a job anywhere else, because the trans activists would make sure of that. Fear and intimidation are part of this agenda. The teams there did not always include a full range of specialists, so that means that when the child and parent came in, they might have one or two specialists, but it wasn't the full range of specialists that were needed to treat the child and to assess every step of the way, especially with hormones. So that wasn't happening. And, you know, the staff there also, they found, was not feeling respected, supported, or valued. They said that if they raised concerns, they had fear of retribution. Same old, same old. You know, this all goes back about 16 years. And the problem is that this all started with the push on puberty blockers, hormone therapy, the same time that conversion therapy bans were really being pushed. So there's been this trajectory. And we need to understand that the number of children that have been referred has risen over the same period of time. So we have this exponential rise in children being referred to clinics, gender clinics. We have inadequate assessment and inadequate care. There's no follow-up plans, as they said, for these children. So you put them on hormones and you send them away. What is that about? So this is all about fear and intimidation. And I hope that more of this gets exposed, because we need to shut down these kind of, I would say even the clinics, because there is a purpose, a place for a clinic. But what's happening now is these are transitioning clinics that are springing up all over the world, all over the Western world, and they are just there to fulfill an ideology that is putting children at lifelong risk. Why are we doing this? Why are professionals complicit in this? We need to stand up and speak out. Thanks for listening.